Welcome to Topper Folks, Volume 1, brought to you by the Topper Shotgun Collectors Project. Up first today is Tyler. Tyler shot this buck when he was about 18 years old. He used a New England Firearms 410 that was his grandfather's, then his father's, and gifted to him when he was 9 years old. All three got their first rabbit, squirrel, and deer with this gun. It survived 2 house fires, being pulled out before the fire got to it each time. The shotgun in the picture is a 1974 Topper 58 12 gauge, given to Tyler at 16 years of age. He's taken birds, squirrels, rabbit, opossum, raccoons, foxes, coyotes, and deer with it. It also backed out a wimpy robber of his house when he was home alone at 17. Tyler adds, "To say these guns are priceless is an understatement." Thank you very much, Tyler. Next up is John. In the summer of '72, John was 13 when Hurricane Agnes struck. His stepbrother, who had been going to college after 4 years in the Air Force, got a job cleaning up an apartment complex that had been seriously damaged by Agnes. Mud covered the floors, and they shoveled it like snow. While shoveling in a closet, he hit something, and the shovel stopped. It was a Model 48 Topper made in 1949, 16 gauge with a full choke. John's dad disassembled it and soaked the frame in kerosene to clean it inside and out, removing the water and rust. He repeated the soak several times and then soaked it in oil. John recalls his dad baking the barrel after bluing it. It turned out a splotchy brown color, but it hasn't rusted since, even after spending 20 years in a closet while John was in the Air Force. The butt plate was broken, so John's dad added a recoil pad. That was much appreciated by John due to the hearty kick the old firearm had. John says it was a great find, and he thanks his stepbrother Jim. It was the first of many guns John would own. John recalls his father taking the first shot with it. John thought that it might blow up, but his dad knew best. Thanks, John, for sharing your story. Next is Stephen from North Carolina. Stephen's first Topper was a 20 gauge given to him by his dad. The Topper in the picture is a 12 gauge pawn shop find Stephen picked up for $100. That's Stephen's stepson shooting his first slug. He has since learned to shoot properly and now has that shotgun in his home along with the memories. Thanks for the story, Stephen, and thanks for your many contributions to our channel. Next up is George from Nevada. Nevada George has been a great contributor to the channel, giving me a lot of good information on how to find the serial numbers on these old Model 48s. Some of them had serial numbers. This beauty is George's first Topper. It's a nickel-plated 16 gauge manufactured in 1944. The barrel was cut down to 18 1/4 inches. His good friend Jim P. gave it to him about 10 years ago. It sat in the back of George's gun vault, and he forgot about it. But then he came across some YouTube videos on Toppers and decided he'd take it out and clean it up. It had no butt plate, so he added a plastic one and gave the walnut stock a light rubbing with steel wool. Then he finished it off with boiled linseed oil. George believes the nickel plate is original and is in good condition. A name, we'll say Bob, was etched on the underside of the barrel. Jim confirmed that Bob was an old friend and had sawed off the barrel before giving it to Jim. In this second photo, you can see the serial number etched on the barrel lug. This is George's second Topper. It's a 20 gauge bought from a gun shop earlier this year. The receiver has its factory bluing, not color case hardening, and it was built in 1954. The original butt pad was falling apart, so George replaced it with a limb saver pad. And just like he did on his 16 gauge, he gave the stock a good steel wool rubbing and finished it off with boiled linseed oil. Those are beautiful guns, George. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for helping so much with the channel. If you'd like to participate in the Topper Folks project, please send your picture of you and your gun and your story to topperfolkshr@gmail.com. And thank you for visiting the Topper Collectors Shotgun Project.